Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Happy Friday. Every single beautiful person out there watching. Thank you so much to everyone that's jumping in and watching live. We're about to have some big fun tonight, folks, because we've been, hacking away at these live Tiermaker rankings, which are really cool because it just lets you guys vote and it lets you guys get that conversation going about these franchises and these characters and these movies that we all love so much. Even the ones we don't think are really good, we still watch and celebrate, which is great. I mean, at least I know that I'm that way about all of these franchises. And yeah, I mean, this is what, week 4 or 5 of these in a row. This time around, we're going to be tackling the Friday the 13th franchise, which is my second favorite out of the big 3, second only to Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise. That's right. And I'm so pumped to be hanging out with you guys here on a Friday night. I know it's really busy on, I mean, just with regular life. And then of course it gets really busy with, the amount of people that stream and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much to all of you guys who are spending some time with us live. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching after the fact, then unfortunately you won't be able to participate in the live ranking, of course. However, you could still hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and jump on into the comments. Let me know your ranking, just given the parameters that we'll discuss here and show off here in just a few minutes. Give me your ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise. I'm very curious to know how you would rank all of these, and I'm curious to know if any of the conversation that we have here, kind of sways you either way. Maybe there's a couple that are kind of on the tipping point of a couple different categories here. So we'll see. But thank you so much for the live audience and, of course, the replay audience. You guys are great. Make sure you hit that like button and all that good stuff. I do have a poll in the live chat right now. So there is a poll just asking which Jason look is the most iconic. And we've got Sackhead Jason from part 2 and a little bit from the remake as well. Hockey Mask Classic Jason from parts 3 and 4. And then we've got, of course, the Undead Revenant version of Jason, which would be parts 6 through 8. I guess you could put Jason Goes to Hell in there. I think Jason looks so drastically different. Of course, he looks different between 6, 7, and 8, but it's more or less consistent. It's a hell of a lot more consistent than it would be if you included Jason Goes to Hell in there. So curious to know what you guys think on that one. It looks like right now we have 17 votes. I'll just kind of let that go here for a little bit as we get into everything. I'm going to jump on over, say what's up to all of you beautiful people hanging out with me live. Then we're going to jump into we always do a little bit of housekeeping here. I want to talk to you guys about what's coming up on the channel. And it's been a little bit since I've really shown off the merch. And I'm going to show off the merch a little bit because I know we have some new people here. And for anyone that's a brand new channel member, we have a whole bunch of new channel members. There is a 15% off promo code for you guys over there on the shop. So you have to go to the members only section of the page, and I've posted it in there. So I'm not going to post that here just because anyone can really use it once they have the code. So I want you channel members to have that benefit. But yeah, 15% off. So pretty screaming deal. Everything is very reasonably priced. We'll get into all of that kind of fun stuff. But really the reason why I wanted to talk about it now is because one of you guys placed an order today, and it sounds like it's going to be there from somewhere between the 11th and the 15th. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you want your gear here, or if you want your gear to arrive to you, while you can still enjoy it for the tail end of spooky season, you're probably going to want to get that order in within the next week or so. And of course, it's just a bonus thing. There's a whole bunch of fun Death Squad stuff up there. There's a bunch of spooky season stuff. So really, it's just a way that you guys can celebrate or, kind of show off your community spirit, right? And in some of the spooky season gear, there's a lot of there's something for every kind of horror fan there. So we'll get into all of that. I'm going to say what's up to you guys, and we'll jump into some of the other stuff. And then we'll get right into that ranking, because at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to jump on over to the Discord server. And guys, we're going to watch VHS Halloween. Opening day for VHS Halloween. We're going to stream it right on over there on Discord. There is a link in the description below. So if you want to join us for that watch party, you can just click that link. If you're not already part of the Discord server, it's totally free. So if you don't have a login already, you can just create a login and you can join us over there. We talk a lot in between streams. It's a great way to, you know, just connect with people. A lot of folks just wishing each other a good day. We've got one of our folks is celebrating their 30th birthday today. So there's been a whole bunch of happy birthday messages. Some people have been sharing like song of the day. Dez, who's one of our, you know, Death Squad mods over here, Destiny Faulkner. She is, she's been like asking everyone every day, like, what are you watching? Like, what's on your spooky season watch list? So it's been really fun over there. And then we do these public watch parties where you don't even have to sync up your own copy of the movie or anything like that. We show it right there on the screen. It's really fun. So click that link in the description below if you would like to join us for that watch party. And last thing before I say hi to everyone, for the live voting, you're just going to want to click that link that is pinned in the chat. That's going to take you on over to the live voting. So let me just say what's up to everyone, and we'll get going here. We got Lamontre Gillard in the house. What's happening, Lamontre? So great to see ya. Lamontre, I've got to hit you back up on Instagram. I saw your message earlier today. I've just been really busy trying to set everything up for this and take care of some other things and all that. So I'll be reaching out back to you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Jeff Overing just renewed his channel membership. Thank you so much, Jeff. Really appreciate you. We got Chester Franklin Jr. What's happening, Chester? We got Dave Vanderhoff, who made this amazing tombstone back there that says Davey Deathray. Thank you so much, Dave. Really appreciate you. Hope you're having an awesome spooky season so far. Guys, Dave has a really cool Instagram. It's horror. Is it horror movie and a beer? I can't remember if it's horror movies and a beer. Dave, if there's one of the Death Squad mods in the house that can share Dave's Instagram, that would be cool. We got Ashton Luck in the house. What's happening, Ashton? Adrian James, how you doing? Teal Kit is hanging out as well. What's happening, Teal Kit? We got our great channel member, Shot by Shot, aka Shotty. What's happening, Shotty? Hope you're doing well. And Shotty's showing off the members only emojis. That's right. That is right. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff. For any of you members out there, if there's an emoji you want to see or something you'd like to use as part of your membership, like let me know and I can add that into the membership emojis. I can add in a whole bunch there. So let me know. We got Gene Whitacombe in the house. What's happening, Gene? So good to see you as always. Amanda Mendoza, one of our great channel members. How are you doing, Amanda? Really good to see you. Unfortunately, I got a wrestling watch along to go to. Oh, you're going to catch it on replay, Chester. Wrestling is winning over Jason Voorhees. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just messing with you, man. Have fun, and we'll see you next time around. We got Brad Underwood in the house. What's happening, Brad? So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Paula Fitzhenry, one of our great channel members. How are you doing, Paula? Always a pleasure to have you. We got King Matthew jumping in to say he's on another stream. You're cheating on us, King Matthew, but you're telling us about it. At least you're honest. I hope you have fun over there. We'll see you next time around. Holy cow, we have 22 people hanging out with us right now. Guys, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Really would appreciate it. We got Jared Arnold in the house saying, hello, Davey. I marathon the original through Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason is my favorite, so let's do it. Hell yeah. Mr. Banana Monkey's in the house. How are you doing, Mr. Banana Monkey? Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. And who else do we have? It looks like we're all caught up. Okay, we are all caught up. We don't even have a Death Squad mod in the house. Well, hopefully you guys keep it clean and I don't have to play mod and play host. That would be sweet. Usually you guys are great. I mean, it's been a long time, knock on wood, since we've had, you know, real trouble in here. So we'll see. We got Hourglass in the chat. What's happening, Hourglass? I think this is your first time unless you used a different screen name before. Welcome on in. You are kicking it with the Death Squad. Everybody make Hourglass feel very, very welcome as you're making Erica feel right now, who is our lone Death Squad mod in the house. And Erica is the the Queen mod over at the Discord server. So welcome on in, Erica. Hopefully you had a good Friday. Ready for a little relaxation on the weekend, hopefully. All right, guys, let me just get to some house cleaning here, housekeeping, I guess. Coming up on the channel, let's take a look. What's on the slate, guys? So this is rare when I actually get things like planned out on the channel. So yeah, today obviously we're doing the Friday the 13th tier list, guys. Next Wednesday for Late Night with the Davey, that is Wednesday the 8th, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a franchise tier maker live ranking just like this, but we're going to be covering the Halloween franchise. And then on Friday the 10th, we're going to be doing our tribute to Raymond Malaber. For those of you who are relatively new to the channel, Raymond is a community member of ours who unfortunately passed away at the beginning of the year. He was an amazing community member. He was really, really awesome. Such a great part of the chat and so welcoming to everybody and so sweet. You know, when he had passed, a few other content creators and myself, so you can see here, it might be tough to see, but here I'll just go ahead and click on it there so you can see it. So it's going to be myself, Brett from Good Real Hunting, Frank from Frank's Media and Reviews, and Ken and Ashley from Sledgehammer Horror. We originally got together after he had passed, and we raised some money for the end of life costs for Raymond. So, you know, we were able to get him, you know, he was able to be buried next to his grandparents, which was really sweet. And his cousin Shelly, you know, helped kind of basically put together a little tribute kind of figurine sort of things during the service to, you know, just to show thanks to us, which was really sweet. She didn't have to do that. And so October 10th is Raymond's birthday. So we're going to be watching A Nightmare on Elm Street on October 10th. That is going to be, I would imagine, 10 p.m. Eastern, something like that. And yeah, that's going to be really great. This is, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street was Raymond's gateway to horror films. Yeah, that's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday the 10th. And then the following week on the 15th, we're going to rank the Scream franchise. And then the following week on the 22nd, those are both going to be Late Night with the Davey episodes. We're going to rank 70 different kinds of Halloween candy. So that should be pretty wild. Really looking forward to that. And of course, you guys can expect some, you know, horror movie news and all that kind of stuff mixed in. There's going to be plenty of other content here, including every day I'm dropping a short where I do a first time watch and review short. So just keep your notification bell all hit for the channel, and you know you won't miss any of the great content we have coming up for you to finish out spooky season. We're gonna sprint to the end, guys. I think there's a way. Let me see if there's a sneaky way that I can show you. Now, guys, this is, you're getting a real look behind the curtain here. Okay, so be nice, because this is the YouTube management page. I'm gonna show you guys. I do have this stream all planned. Let's see here. There we go. So yeah, 24th of October, we're going to do a 10-hour marathon stream. So we're going to raise money for the St. Mary's Food Bank here in the Phoenix area. I am going to stream from like 10 in the morning my time to about 8 p.m. my time. And we're going to have a guest on every hour. We're going to talk to them about their favorite horror movie from each decade that they've been alive. And we're probably going to talk about a couple that almost made the cut. But for about a half hour to 45 minutes each hour, we're going to have a guest on. The rest of the time, you guys are just going to have to deal with me. So deal with it. You know, I'd like to raise a bunch of money for St. Mary's. They take care of families in need out here in the Phoenix area. And maybe that marathon stream will catch some new eyes and bring in some new people to our wonderful, wonderful community. So right now I've got this stream unlisted just because I want to put together a couple more things before I put it out there for the public. But I'll let you know when it's ready and when you can notify yourselves. I don't expect anyone to be watching the whole time, but if at least you could jump in and say what's up, that would be super, super sweet. Okay, and then let me just share this as well. So guys, if you're a channel member, you get 15% off on the fourth wall merch page here. Now, like I said, you have to go over to the community tab to find out what that promo code is, but I just want to show you guys, we have all sorts of fun stuff, such sites to show you. I mean, we got Hellraiser, Elvira, Jason, Michael Myers, the Crypt Keeper. I mean, shit, we have Leatherface, we've got Frankenstein's monster, we've got the, Billy, the doll from Saw, we've got Tiffany from Chucky, we've got friggin' Bela Lugosi's Dracula. We have a whole bunch of fun stuff. Let me see what else I can show you here. I think I can show you pretty much everything. It's all broken down to where here, we have a whole spooky season section. So we got all this spooky season stuff here. So you can just go straight for that if you want to. We got Freddy, we got Ripley from Alien, Ash Williams, all that kind of fun stuff. We've got, what's the one that I was really digging on? We even have the Grabber there. We've got Candyman. We've got Pumpkinhead, Ghostface, Bub from Day of the Dead. We've got Art the Clown, Drop On By the Clown Cafe. And guys, each one of these shirts and hoodies has a really cool Davey Deathray spooky season design on it as well. So they're well worth the cash. And then you could even break it down if you're like, well, I only really like hats. Well, there you go. You got a shitload of hats, really fun stuff. If you want to, mugs and glassware, we have it all broken down here. So a whole bunch of really fun stuff. There's a bunch of Death Squad merch. If you just want to rep the Death Squad, like I've got this pint glass right there. We've even got a cool Jaws one that's got an awesome Davey Deathray logo on it and says you're going to need a bigger boat, all that fun stuff. Chucky mug, whatever. We got it all here, folks. So yeah, I would just encourage you guys to jump on over there. And, if you're wanting to get any of that merch that's over there, you're going to want to do that within the next week or so, just so you can make sure to really enjoy it during the spooky season and all that. So I think that's all I've got for you as far as housekeeping stuff goes. Let's see here. Oh, odds and ends. That's a fun one. We've got some koozies there, aprons, a shopping bag, like a reusable tote bag there, stickers, magnets, really fun stuff, guys, and very reasonably priced. So at least browse around, see if there's something in there for you. If you're feeling naughty, you can get a creamin' for a streamin' magnet. All right. Now I'm going to go on over here. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Here we are. The Friday the 13th franchise ranking. Guys, it looks like it's going to kick off with Jason X. How much fun is that? Let me get that up there. Really quick, guys, before we get rolling on this, I just want to thank all of the channel members, all of the Patreon members as well, and our Death Squad mods. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And really, thank you to everybody that is showing up consistently, just being total sweethearts in the community, looking out for each other, all that kind of great stuff. You guys have, the last year of my life has been wild. You guys have been there for all the ups and the downs, and I think we're on a pretty awesome up right now. So I just, I want to make sure to, just keep on, or not forgetting to acknowledge that, and not just lean on you guys when stuff is bad, but, thank you guys when stuff has been going well. So let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone here that has joined in. We got Gory Tiger. What's happening, Gory? So good to see ya. Yeah, you better hit that like button or Erica is gonna get you with her little shink shink shink. Let's see here. What else who else do we have in here? We got Jason from Backtrack Cinema. What's happening, Jason? Yeah, 10-hour marathon. It's gonna be hardcore, guys. It's gonna be hardcore. I'm not going to do 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I never said that. I said 8 p.m. 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Right? That's right. Shoddy got me. Amanda's not listening. She's not listening, guys. No, I'm just fucking with you, Amanda. All right. Cool. You guys are amazing. 29 people watching. Don't make Erica come after you. Just hit that like button, okay? And let me just make sure before we get cruising that we are all set here. Yes. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let me just have a sip of water before we get cruising. Guys, I have recently just rewatched all of these movies in like the last month or so. So not only have I watched like 20 movies I've never seen, I've been watching other shit in between. So, oh yeah, that reminds me. Follow me on Letterboxd if you don't already. The link is in the description. Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you pumped? Are you ready? Are you psyched? Let me check on the poll really quick and then we will get cruising, I promise. 29 votes. Holy cow. Let's go ahead and close this one out with 30 votes. That's a good round number. So which Jason look is the most iconic? With 30 votes in, 60% say hockey mask classic from parts 3 and 4. I can totally understand that. 27% did say undead revenant from 6 through 8. And 13% of you said sackhead from part 2. All right. All right. Yeah, I love the Jamie. I see you joining in there. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Jamie is here, our original Mama Mod. How are you doing, Jamie? And it looks like we've got Dean Renner, one of our great Patreon members, channel members, and Death Squad mods. We've got Fachi Cinema in the house. How are you doing, Matt? One of our great Death Squad mods as well. And yeah, Jamie is not only a mod, she's the OG mod. And she is a channel member as well. She says, even though I think the hockey mask is the most iconic look, I personally love the sackhead Jason. I do too. Part 2 is my third favorite in the franchise. So I really dig the sackhead look. I really like it in the, in part 2. I also really enjoy it in 09 as well. Just watched 09 last night, actually. Okay, so we are all good to go. I will probably get another poll going at some point during the ranking here, but let's make sure everything is all good. Okay, so guys, jump on over to the Tiermaker site. The link is pinned in the chat. Okay, so I'll drop it in there once more just for good measure, but it is in the chat and it's pinned right there. So there you are. Let's see here. Holy cow, we got A-Troll Campbell in the house. How are you doing, A-Troll? So great to see you. Welcome on in. I'll give you guys just a little bit to hop on over there to that site, but we are going to kick things off with Jason X here. And let's take a look at the categories we have, okay, guys? So we've got My Special Boy is our S tier. We've got Stupendous for our A tier. We've got Look at What You Did to Him as our B tier. Super Bowl of Self-Abuse as our C tier. And Dead Fuck is our D and lower tier. Yes, I know. Usually I have like 6 different tiers here. I was struggling to come up with a 6th one. So I was just like, F it. There's just 12 movies. We'll just go with 5 tiers. Super Bowl of Self-Abuse is probably one of my favorite. It's from one of my favorite lines in the entire franchise. So all right, having said all of that, let's go ahead and get this one rolling. I just want to make sure you guys are all good to go. We got Jeff from John Doe Juggalo in the chat. What's happening, Jeff? And we got Frank Riker, one of our great channel members, jumping in. Okay, Frank, if your your legs are getting numb from sitting on the toilet, we'll go ahead and get this rolling. Okay, guys, here we are. 90 seconds to vote for each movie here, and let's get it rolling with Jason X. This is the live Tiermaker audience ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise. Let's get it rolling with Jason X right now. Okay, there you go. You guys can vote. Holy cow, it's jumping all over the place, folks. Jumping all over the place. I'm going to get a poll going here in the chat while you guys vote on that. Jason X it's like so brightly lit, and I know it's one of the earliest like digital filmed movies out there, and man, it just looks so low production value, unfortunately. It's just one of those movies that looks like a sci-fi TV show, something like that. Let's see what else we got. Ooh. All right. Let's see where we're at on that one. 30 seconds left for Jason X. We got 10 votes in so far. Let's see where you guys put this one. And we'll chit chat a little bit. I'll read some of your guys's chats here in between. Oh man. Just 10 votes? Only 10 of you guys are voting? Guys, if you're not yet voting or you don't know where to go, the link is pinned in the chat. So click on over. Even if you can't vote on every single one, let's just get as much participation as we can. Yeah. All right. So coming up next, oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Guys, we have to reload and restart because it skipped Jason X. Oh no. No, it skipped Jason Goes to Hell. Oh my goodness. This is a nightmare. This is an actual nightmare that we're living right now. Jason X is fun though, says Super Tenor. Yes. Oh my gosh, guys, I think I have to start a whole brand new event, unfortunately, because this thing totally screwed us. So, oh man, that is such a bummer. That is such a bummer. I hate that it did that to us. Let's go ahead. Just give me a few minutes here. And I'll get it going here again. I'm so sorry to everybody watching live. This is... I went to click pause and it clicked skip instead. Terrible. What the hell are these fucking categories called? Sorry, I'm in a bad mood now. Let's see here. Oh, this is such a bummer. Oh my gosh. Friggin' so disappointing. So disappointing. Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry, everyone. Motherfucker. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. This is just turned into a total nightmare. Okay, folks, there you go. There's a whole new, we've got to restart this fucking thing. Sorry, excuse my language. I just get really upset when technology doesn't go your way. That's a dirty trick for them to like replace the pause button with a skip button instead of putting the skip button somewhere else. That is a dirty, dirty trick. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that other one. We have to restart, unfortunately, so you're going to have to listen to my whole spiel again. Man, I'm in such a bad mood now. Okay, we're going to flush it and we're going to start over. I'm sweating bullets. Okay, I think I saw Leanna Bevy Rage is in the house. What's happening, Leanna? So great to see you. Thank you for joining us. One of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. And of course, Super Tenor, one of our channel members, has joined us. And yeah, unfortunately, appreciate it, Super Tenor, for the $2 saying it's all good, Davey. Really do appreciate that. Well, I just feel like I'm totally wasting your guys' time. So, and I know I'm not a professional, but it's just amateur bullshit to have to do this again. And Super Tenor drops a $5. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. Said here to get you started on the goal. Heck yeah. Yeah, guys, there is a super chat goal. Super chats are just, fun, extra stuff. But if we reach that goal, we're going to watch Hatchet 2 over on the Discord sometime next week. We watched the first Hatchet about a week ago, and I had a really good time. So let's see if we can keep that going. Okay, so we're all reset here. Okay, so we're going to flush all the bad juju there. Okay. Guys, new link pinned in the chat. So jump on over there so you can vote in the live Tiermaker ranking. We're going to get going here on the live Tiermaker ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise. The categories are My Special Boy, Stupendous, Look at What You Did to Him, Super Bowl of Self-Abuse, and Dead Fuck. So let's get rolling here with Jason X. Let's do it again. It ended up in Super Bowl of Self-Abuse last time. let's see if anything changes, and we'll get that started right meow. Let's see what you guys got as the sweat continues to just bead down my face since we're having a total nightmare stream here. Or I'm having a total nightmare stream on a Friday. Should have been a nightmare last week when we did a Nightmare on Elm Street, you know? Let's see here. I'm just going to get a new poll going here for you guys. It's going to be, what's your favorite Friday the 13th kill? Let's see here. I wish we had some cooler options. All right, here we go. All right, what's your favorite Friday the 13th kill? Let me know in that poll right there. And guys, just 15 seconds left. We have 14 voters so far. 15 voters. Heck yeah. And this time, I'm going to let it switch to the next one. From now on, I'm going to let it switch and then pause because I hit it right at the wrong time. All right, so voting has closed for Jason X. And coming up next is Jason Goes to Hell. So Jason X had 15 voters and ended up in Super Bowl of self-abuse. Oh, yeah. And holy cow, Amanda dropped a $5. 2/5 of the way there on our super chat goal. Says Amanda says, need to hear a how you doing. How you doing? There you go. Look at what they did to him. They created Uber Jason, and I loved that. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in Jason X. What do you think, Jamie? Did you want him to be Uber Jason for longer in the movie? Or do you think it was enough? Jason X, the dead fuck of all dead fucks, says Jared Arnold. To be honest, Uber Jason look is cool. There you go. The sleeping bag smash was amazing in the theater. There you go. No harpoon kill. This poll is rigged. It didn't occur to me. I'm having a very difficult night already, Leanna, so it just didn't occur to me. Sometimes it's tough to think on your feet when, you know, the whole stream comes to a grinding halt because of technology problems. So I've never closed out of a stream because of anxiety or nerves, but every time something like that happens, it does make me just want to run away. All right, so let's get going on the next one here on the list. We've got Jason Goes to Hell. Where is Jason Goes to Hell gonna end up? This is one... Man, there's so much that I like in this movie, but as a whole, it just doesn't do a lot for me, but I really do like the character of Steven. I think the special effects are really cool. Of course, like they're pretty amazing. I mean, this movie takes big swings, but it's a bummer that Jason isn't really in it for very much. The music is really rough. Whatever synthesizer Harry Manfredini used on this movie is just so chintzy and just doesn't sound good to me. So like I like this one, I think, more than Jason X. But it's you know, it's definitely at the end of the franchise in as far as the ranking goes. Well, I appreciate that, Leanna. Thank you so much. Jason Goes to Hell is a mess and a fucking disaster. Wow. Shot by Shot's got some opinions. They turned him into a worm. They did. Yes. So Jamie's going to have a look at what you did to him for every single movie, I would imagine. That's the streak that we're on. Okay, this one is closing out, guys. 10 seconds left to vote on Jason Goes to Hell. And then we'll pause. Once it switches, we'll pause. Don't want any friggin' disaster fiascos again. Oh, coming up next is Jason Takes Manhattan. But let's see. So Jason Goes to Hell ended up in Dead Fuck with 12 votes. And most of you guys, 8 of you, put it in Dead Fuck. All right. Okay. I guess that says all you need to say. And then as far as the poll goes, we have 15 votes on what's your favorite Friday the 13th kill. Yeah, no one's voting for the sauna rock. That should have been the harpoon kill, Leanna. That should have been the one. And yeah, I meant to put sleeping bag smash. I'm having a great night, guys. It's great so far. It's not a total nightmare being me right now. Not at all. Not at all. Okay, let's go ahead and keep on rolling. Coming up next, we have Jason Takes Manhattan. Where does it end up for you guys? I know some people really like this movie. If the MPAA didn't completely neuter the kills, I could see myself liking this movie a lot more. Because although I don't really like the final girl too much, I do like the asshole characters in this movie. Uncle Charles and what's her name? I can never remember her name. The bitchy blonde. Oh, I love. If there is a bitchy blonde in a Friday the 13th movie, yeah, I'm going to be like on one about that. That's for sure. Although Judy Aronson from the final chapter, like that's my girl right there. And she's, brunette city. So, but bitchy blondes in Friday the 13th, really, really fun shit. Cool shit. Let's see here. There we go. So we've got 25 seconds left for Jason Takes Manhattan. Right now it's in dead fuck. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, Davey. My talent is effing up. Just go with it. Well, you guys are all so sweet. So, yeah, trying not to have a tough time with it. But, I am my own worst critic, Frank. And one of the things I'm trying to learn through my therapy journey is to be nicer to myself and show myself more grace. But I have a really, really tough time with that. What's happening, Antonis? How you doing? Welcome on in. Melissa, thank you. Melissa's the one from part 7. Which one is the bitchy girl from Jason Takes Manhattan? I think it's it's Melissa's from part 7, I think. Yeah, what's her name in Jason Takes Manhattan? I can't figure it out. But let's see what we got here. So Jason Takes Manhattan also ended up in dead fuck. Holy cow. 14 voters and 5 of you put it in dead fuck. It had a way more even distribution than Jason Goes to Hell, but still ends up with dead fuck status. So let's go ahead and jump on over to our next film. There you go. Tamara. Okay. Tamara, however it's pronounced. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and resume the voting. Coming up next, we've got Friday the 13th, part 7, The New Blood. Now, I know this is a fan favorite for a handful of people out there. Talk about a movie that would be way better if the MPAA didn't neuter it completely. This was my favorite when I was a kid because I just saw them all on the USA Network. So everything was edited for television anyways. So really, the only stuff I didn't see from this movie was the nudity because there isn't really any on-screen kills. There's maybe a little bit of blood. You don't really see much in the version of this movie that we got, unfortunately. Now, there is a version out there where people have spliced in and tried to upscale the lost footage of the kills, and it's a little bit better of a movie. It doesn't change it too much, though, for me. But yeah, the Jason look is so amazing. This is Kane's first movie in the franchise. Seeing that spinal cord and the rib cage and everything, so fucking awesome. And of course, you've got like a little bit of a Jean Grey versus Jason kind of vibe. I know everyone says Carrie, but I was an X-Men kid, when I was little, so I always thought of it as like Jean Grey, like mutant ability versus Jason. So here we go. Just 5 seconds left, folks, on Friday the 13th, part 7, The New Blood. And that is going to wrap it up. Coming up next is Jason Lives, but let's chat about The New Blood here. So 12 votes, and 7 of them are look at what you did to him. So C level, right in the middle. I think that's very friendly of you guys, especially seeing where we started off with this ranking with a Super Bowl of self-abuse and then 2 dead fucks right in a row. It's good to see a little more friendliness going on here. So really do appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who is voting and hanging out. You guys are awesome. Really quick, just going back to Jason Takes Manhattan. Jared Arnold says, Davey knows I have a soft spot for Jason Takes Manhattan. First Jason movie I ever saw. Melissa's the one on USA Up All Night with Gilbert Godfrey. No, I thought that was Rhonda. Isn't that Rhonda that was on Up All Night? She's coming back, guys. I saw that on Bloody Disgusting. Yeah, I saw that Rhonda is coming back. Friday 7 is a lot of fun with the whole telekinesis plot. Stupendous, says Jamie. There you go. Yeah, I really, and I think Bad News Cruz, like Dr. Cruz is a really interesting secondary villain. And then I guess Melissa's kind of like the third villain, right? So whole bunch of fun stuff going on in the New Blood there. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and keep this rolling. With Jason Lives. This is my favorite in the franchise. I'm curious to see where you guys put this one. This is Friday the 13th, part 6. Jason Lives. Or I guess you could call it Jason Lives Friday the 13th, part 6. You could do it either way. Yeah, for me, this is a My Special Boy all the way. This is my number 1 with final chapter and part 2 rounding out my top 3. I'm not voting on any of these guys. I'm just leaving it all up to you. So I'm not putting my finger on the scale for any of these. I want it to be pure research. How about that? This one is really good. I love this one, except the power thing with the main girl. The power. Oh, you're talking about New Blood. Okay, gotcha. Those movies deserve dead fuck. Well, yeah, there you go. Rhonda is my Facebook friend. Oh, I'd love to be real friends with Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda, let me clear a seat for you. There you go. There you go. The unmasked look on Jason in part 7 is badass. Yes. Yeah. Part 6 is a special boy. That's right. We got 25 seconds left. Jump on in. Cast your vote. If you're wondering where the heck you can vote, the link is pinned in the chat. So there you go. And guys, we're 2/5 of the way to reaching our super chat goal. So if we reach that goal, we will watch Hatchet 2 on the Discord next week. So if you're feeling spicy, there you go. All right, so voting is closed out for Jason Lives. We have a new beginning coming up next, and there you go. Jason Lives, right where I was hoping he would be, my special boy. 14 voters, and 11 of you put him in my special boy. One person put him in Look at What You Did to Him, and 2 people out there put this movie in dead fuck? That's wild to me. I mean, I understand if you don't like it. I can't understand putting this movie in dead fuck. I mean, it's not a poorly made movie. Like Jason like Goes to Hell or Takes Manhattan. But yeah, I mean, I love Jason Lives. You guys know that I love it. It is, I don't know, it's just so much damn fun. To me, it is like the original meta slasher. I love Tom Matthews as Tommy in this one. The chemistry between Tommy and Megan in this movie is palpable. Really love the chemistry there. Love Jennifer Cook's performance as Megan. She is so much fun. She is, when you watch Jason Lives, you're like, this is the kind of woman I need in my life. Like she's fun and she's risky, but in like she's just a ride or die, There's not one performance I don't like in Jason Lives. I love everything about this movie. I have no complaints. No complaints at all, except for it could have been an hour longer. Just joking. Friday 7 is the most entertaining for me, but 2 is the best movie of the franchise, says Leo Letty. Welcome on in, Leo. This might be your first time hanging with us. I think it is. So everybody in the Death Squad, make Leo feel very welcome here. Leo, we hang out all the time, multiple times a week. We kick it live. So if you dig this kind of stuff and you enjoy horror, especially if you enjoy Friday the 13th, I talk about it a lot on the channel. So, throw the channel a sub if you're feeling it, and come along for the ride, man. I freaking love Jason Lives. The opening is good. The Harry Manfredini score is great. And the 2 Alice Cooper songs, bangers, says Chester Franklin Jr. Chester, I see that we were able to pull you away from the wrestling stream. I'm glad that you're able to join us, man. Such an awesome presence to have in the chat. So thank you so much. Why aren't the new or the Never Hike Alone films in here? Well, I just did the main franchise. So, and also there was a possibility of Vin joining me here tonight. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, but I also was like, well, if he doesn't join, I just didn't want to throw it in there. I just wanted it to be mainline franchise, but we can do a franchise. I don't know. Another thing too is when it comes to fan films, I don't want somebody to feel bad because we're sitting here ranking one of their fan films and it gets ranked in a not great spot. I just feel like that's kind of, I don't know, punching down a little bit. I don't know. So yeah, I don't include them here because they're not part of the mainline official franchise, but I love the Never Hike Alone films, Shoddy, and Vincent DeSanti is a personal friend. So, massively supportive of everything Womp Stomp does. Vin is a top-notch guy. So I would put them all in my special boy or stupendous. I know that. I think I'm at the wrong movie, says Michael Myers 456. Well, hey, Michael, I hope you're still here in the chat because this coming Wednesday on the 8th of October, 9 p.m. Eastern, we are going to rank your movies. So you can set a notification right now and you won't miss that stream. Thank you so much, Leanna. Really appreciate you. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't as well. Yeah, it's a lot of fun hanging out here with the Death Squad for sure. You are not just this time you're at the wrong movie, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine next week, okay? So next Wednesday, October 8th. And let's get this rolling, guys. So Jason Lives is our very first entry in my special boy, and we are continuing the voting here with Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. And if you're brand new to the stream, you can click on the link that is pinned in the chat. That will take you to the Tiermaker site where you can vote. That's right, guys. This is a live audience voting franchise ranking here for Friday the 13th. So this is all you. This has nothing to do with me unless whatever I'm saying about the movie happens to sway your thoughts. Shoddy, how do I know that that's not you on a burner account? Huh? There you go. Look out. Look out, Shoddy. And dude, you're gonna you're Shoddy, how old are you? 15, 16 years old, something like that. I guarantee by the time you're 30, you're gonna feel way different about Michael Myers. We'll see. Hourglass says, I'm kind of sad I missed the tier list live on the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Yeah, what you could do though, Hourglass, if you really want to give us your thoughts, you could jump over to the replay of that that tier list, and you could give me your ranking down in the comments and let me know where those films fall for you. Friday 5 is stupendous. There you go. Oh, you're about to turn 15. Yeah, dude, you'll feel different about those movies as you get older, I swear. It's different when... All right, guys, so voting has ended for A New Beginning. The final chapter is up next. Just to finish my thought there, shot by shot. For us older folks, when you grow up with those franchises, they hit a lot differently. And even when I go back and watch a movie from like the 60s or 70s, like I was born in the early 80s. So when I go back to 60s, 70s, 50s, whatever it is, I always just try to put myself in like the shoes of the audience and understand like where filmmaking was at that time and try to like kind of grade on that curve, when I'm judging the film or like critiquing it. So I know it is a lot different, especially for the younger generation, because horror has changed so much just in the last like 15 years, 15, 20 years. It's gotten a lot more brutal. So a lot of the stuff that I grew up on seems really tame. But Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Jason, Freddy, they like built the foundation that, Art the Clown and all that kind of stuff is on. So, yeah, I think that when you just go back and watch movies, not, everyone is totally entitled to watch movies however the hell they want to. I always just try to put myself in that space. I find that I appreciate them a little bit more when I think about them with that kind of perspective. But okay, let's find out what happened with A New Beginning. It ended up in Stupendous with 13 votes. And let's see here. Stupendous had 8 of those 13 votes. So there you go. I think that's a very generous spot for A New Beginning. I know it's got huge hardcore fan base out there. I do think that this is the beginning of the MPAA just cutting all of the violence from these movies. Like A New Beginning, how many sets of tits are in this film? Like four sets of tits, maybe 5 if you count being able to see through Pam's shirt, which on the Blu-rays and 4Ks you can definitely see everything on those. But all like there's like no on-screen deaths really. Like it's all like cutaway, aftermath. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie or anything. I know that I would rank it higher and it would be a better watching experience if it just gave a little bit more of that. But there you go, Stupendous with 13 voters having, you know, voiced their opinion here. And let's check in on the poll over here, guys. Maybe I'll drop in a new poll in the chat. So 26 votes. Let's go ahead and close that one out. So we had 26 votes on what is your favorite kill in the Friday the 13th franchise. And if YouTube could load this up, that would be great so I could read it off to you guys. But I guess it doesn't want to share that with me. So let's go ahead and resume the voting over here. So guys, up next in the franchise ranking is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And it's starting out in Dead Fuck. Bad start. Bad start. Let's see here. I mean, this is my second favorite in the franchise. All right, so we had 27 votes. What's your favorite Friday the 13th kill? The sleeping bag smash got 41%. Machete to the face from part 2 got 36. Face freeze and shatter got 19. And Sonorok got 4%. So the sleeping bag smash, #1 kill according to you guys. Yeah, Jamie, for me, final chapter is my special boy all the friggin' way, you know, all the friggin' way. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I guess all the old people only like Michael Myers. Well, he is the greatest slasher villain of all time. So he's sitting very proudly as king of the slashers. And I'd love to hear somebody try to argue that anyone is better than Michael or in a better standing than Michael. Hey, Artur Itas, the machete to the face kill is that is the one from part 2, or is it a cleaver to the face? Maybe it's a cleaver, but that's why I put part 2 in there. It's the wheelchair kill. Yeah, so didn't have to write it in. Don't be ableist, whatever that means. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say there. Holy cow, wait a minute. Hold up. It automatically went to part 3. Sorry. I totally missed the end of that. Friday the 13th, the final chapter with 13 votes. 8 of those 13 votes went to my special boy, so it's sitting proudly right next to Jason Lives, which is in the #1 spot. Holy cow, 4 of you guys put the final chapter in Dead Fuck, so we definitely have some troll voting going on in the chat, but I am all for whatever kind of voting. This is a true democracy here when it comes to the Tiermaker live audience ranking. So there you go, the final chapter, the second entry in my special boy. Let's see where we end up with part 3. That is now resumed, and we have 80 seconds left for you guys to vote on Friday the 13th, part 3. Where's it going to be? Where's it going to end up? And I'm going to get another poll ready for you guys here in the chat. See, there we go. Who's gonna let me know in the chat, guys, how many of you guys are gonna join us over on Discord later to watch VHS Halloween? It is opening night for the movie, and we're gonna watch it together right after this. So let me know. Let me know. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Getting that one all ready for you. 25 seconds left for part 3. Let's see. There we go. Okay, this one's better. Guys, don't hate me. This question is, who's the best final girl in the franchise? Yeah, I'm leaving Alice off. Don't hate me, okay? All right, we have 5 seconds left for voting on part 3. Where's it gonna be? 11 votes so far. All right, there we go. Part 3 is in Stupendous with 11 votes, and 7 of those 11 votes ended up in the Stupendous category. So there we go. There's somebody that's just voting dead fuck on all of these. So somebody is just not a fan of the franchise. Hey, more power to you. More power to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and resume the voting here with Friday the 13th, part 2. Where's it gonna end up? Part 3 gave him the iconic mask. Stupendous. There you go. Stop the trolls. You might be one of them, shot by shot. Let's see what else we got going here. He shall not be named. There you go. All right, 50 seconds left on Friday the 13th, part 2. I really love this one. My third favorite in the franchise. Look, it's so funny. The My Special Boy ranking 1, 2, and 3 is exactly how I have these films ranked. I think Ginny is an amazing final girl. I wish that Amy Steele were in more of these movies, and I know she feels the same way as well. She was really sweet when I met her. I actually got her she signed my Jason mask right there. I've got 6 or 7 signatures on that Jason mask from the franchise. And yeah, part 2, man, I love the sackhead look. I love the music. I think this is a better movie than the first movie for sure. You guys have 10 seconds left to vote on this one. 16 votes so far. So this one has gotten the most votes, I think, out of all of the movies. And there we go. That one is wrapped up, and it is in second place in the My Special Boy category, sitting with 10 of the 16 votes in the highest category. So there you go. Friday the 13th, part 2 is the second highest ranked film in the franchise by you guys so far. And let's see if you guys have anything to say about this one. Part 2 is literally my favorite movie in the series. There you go. Hourglass, if you can drop that in as a comment on that video, on that replay, that would be awesome. That way I can take a look and everything. Because during this live stream, you know, we're talking Friday the 13th right now. I've been voting straight My Special Boy every single time. Shot by Shot says Baghead Jason is awesome. We needed more. You get a little bit more in the remake. I'm sure you've seen that one as well. So you get a little bit there. I hate that they killed a non-venomous snake in part 1. Shame on Savini. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's an odd choice to do that for sure. Very odd choice. Let's see where we're at on that poll in the chat. Who's the best final girl in the franchise? All right, 16 votes, and Ginny is killing it so far. I'll keep that open for a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and resume the voting, guys. This is going to be the original Friday the 13th from 1980. Where does this film land for you? This is a movie that I have certainly warmed up to, you know, as the years have gone on. I really like the atmosphere and everything. Yeah, it sucks that it's, you know, a 5-minute, 10-minute scene of making a cup of coffee or whatever, but I don't know. There's just something about this movie that seems to suck me in deeper and deeper every time I watch it. And I really hope that what the Crystal Lake TV show can do is just make Pamela more relatable and, you know, make her resonate more with the fans, because, you know, she's kind of the reason for the season as far as why Jason does what he does. And I'm looking forward to getting like a brand new kind of foundation and launch pad for the franchise with the TV show. So I'm really hoping they handle that well. And, you know, just being able to make sure that Pamela isn't really left in the dust as she's, you know, kind of been since the first movie. So yeah, this one for me, I think I have it ranked at like 5. It's like the 5th film in my franchise ranking. And we got 10 seconds left. Looks like it's going to end up in Stupendous with 14 voters. Let's see if any last second votes come on in. Okay, there we go. So Friday the 13th, 1980 with 14 votes. 7 of those came in at Stupendous. And there we go. It is the 5th ranked. So it's right there in line with my ranking of the franchise. So there we go. Friday the 13th from 1980. Let's see if you guys are chatting about this one. Leo says in the middle. I was never a big fan of the OG. Yeah, it is the rare case where it's not the best movie in the franchise and kind of not even really close. Ashton says, I don't care for the OG. It's kind of boring. Friday the 13th is a yearly watch for me. It's my 2nd favorite. We wouldn't have Jason without Mommy. Yeah, it's a great summer slasher. Love watching it every year. The original Friday the 13th is good, but I don't like Alice. Yeah, Betsy Palmer was great. Or are you talking about Linda Cardellini? I think they're both good castings for Pamela. Jared says the original and part 2 have an atmosphere unlike any other film in the franchise. And Jared, I totally missed it. Jared is one of, I thought for some reason it didn't show that you were a channel member when you had originally joined, Jared, but I must have missed that because I know you've been a channel member. I'm so happy to see that you still are. One of our great channel members, Jared Arnold, hanging out with us. Let's see here. Who else do we got chatting? 09 is better than the OG. Oh, yeah, I said it. I think a lot of people, yeah. I definitely don't think you're alone there, Leo. I think a lot of people, the 09 remake is really high up there for me. Really quick, before we jump on over to the next one, we have 17 votes in the poll in the chat that asks who's the best final girl in the franchise. 59% of you are saying Ginny. I'm going to close this chat poll after the next Tiermaker voting. So if you want to get in a vote over there, jump on in. Okay, let's go ahead and keep this rolling. Which movie is next? We've got the Friday the 13th remake from 09. Marcus Nispel's remake, knocked it out of the park with the 03 TCM remake. And 6 years later, puts together this banger for Platinum Dunes. Just watched this movie last night and I like it so much, man. It's not just the opening, which is great. It is just the overall look. The stereotypical like Friday the 13th characters that a lot of people complain about, but I'm like, we get everything we've gotten in the other movies, we get here. And just some real, Marcus Nispel brings the intensity and the brutality with the way he shoots films. I also really love the look of Jason here. I love Derek Mears as Jason. I love like the jacket, just the whole thing when he's standing on the roof of the house and he's backlit. I almost wish those shots were like a little bit longer just so I could, kind of soak it all in a little bit more. But hey, with 15 seconds left, the 09 remake is up there in my special boy with just 10 votes. So jump on in and vote if you haven't already. Let your voice be heard, folks. We got 5 seconds left. Let's see where this one is going to end up. And boom, there it is. Wow. Friday the 13th, 09 is right up there, snuggled up to the final chapter, is the 4th highest rank. It is in my special boy. Out of the 10 votes, 6 of them were for my special boy. And there we go. Holy cow, that is amazing. I'm curious to know what else you guys are saying about this one. The remake got some good ones. There you go. The remake is amazing. I love to hate Trent. Me too. And there are boobs. Unfortunately, 2 sets of the boobs are odd looking, just too fake. But man, Brie, the stupendous tits, perfect nipple placement. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, I'm so happy they did save the best for last when it came to boobs in this movie. What's happening, him? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Let's see what else you guys got. The intro characters are better than the ones in the main film. Well, if you spent more time with them, you might hate them a little bit more. But I like who he ended up with within the whole movie. I like it all. I like it all. Let's see here. Amanda says, this is my favorite of them all, even with fake boobs. You like the remake even more than Final Chapter and Jason Lives. All right. Leo says, also, I'm a big Supernatural fan, and Jared was a cool final guy, which was different for this series. Yeah, I think Jared is a better actor than his Supernatural counterpart. Jensen Ackles? Yeah, Jared Padalecki's got enough range to play Clay in this movie. Definitely got that Rob feel from like the Final Chapter and all that. This movie is like the everyone's a good looking WB or CW character or whatever kind of movie, but I don't know, it's still gritty enough. I love the kills, and just that Jason uses different camp activities to kill. Like he's got the bow and arrow kill, the double-bladed axe throw. There's just a little bit of everything here. There's the screwdriver to the neck on Chewie. Just a whole bunch of fun stuff in this one. So I quite enjoy that. I think the ending, it's always tough. The dismount and sticking the landing is the toughest part. The end of the movie could have been better, but I think the 09 remake is pretty damn good. Yeah. I don't know what y'all are talking about. The boobs are all fucking amazing. There you go. Bree's the hottest girl in the franchise. Oh, no, I don't know about that. I think Judy Aronson, what's her character's name? Sam, I think. I think she is the most lovely lady in the franchise. But okay, guys, there we are. Friday the 13th, the 09 remake is in my special boy. Let's close out this poll in the chat. I'm going to end that. There we go. See how many votes we ended up with. It looked like there was 20 votes on that one. Wow, YouTube is having a tough time tonight. That is unfortunate. Let's just go ahead and get the Tiermaker voting back up and running again. We got Freddy versus Jason. Guys, this is the final film in the franchise for us to rank this evening, so get in your votes. How are you feeling about Freddy versus Jason? Wow, at the beginning of this Tiermaker ranking, it was a lot of not the highest rated movies in the franchise here. And it's nice to see it's getting a little more top heavy as we go on. All right, let's see what's going on here with that poll. I got to reload the stream every time just to see the results of the chat poll. 20 votes. Who's the best final girl in the franchise? 60% of you say Ginny, 25% say Tina, 10% say Trish, and just 5% say my girl Megan. But Ginny deserves it. She absolutely does. All right, 30 seconds left on Freddy versus Jason. This is a fun movie. Ronnie Yu's movies are so slick and stylized. I don't think they age very well, but it's a really easy movie to watch. It is such a breeze. I think Monica Keena is, she's pretty sexy here, and does a pretty good job on the performance. Ken Kersinger, to me, he's maybe a little too big for Jason, but I totally get why they did that. Ken signed my mask. He's totally a top-notch dude. So not trying to throw any shade, Ken. You're very, very big, my guy. There we go. Guys, Freddy versus Jason got 9 votes. It is right there at Look at What You Did to Him, next to The New Blood. So let's see here. 4 of the 9 votes went to Look at What You Did to Him, and there we are. This is our ranking as it sits. I'm going to jump in and see what you guys are saying about Freddy versus Jason. Then we'll take a look at the ranking on a whole here. Yeah. All right. Is that the right way to say it? There we go. Freddy versus Jason. It's at the bottom of the really good Friday the 13th films. Yep. Let's see here. I don't really like the reboot. All right. Fair enough, Hourglass. Fair enough. Yeah, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea for sure. I think the music could be a lot better in the remake. but I like a lot of what it has to offer for sure. Freddy versus Jason is pretty solid and a fun watch. Yeah, it is. It's bubblegum for sure. It is just like, there's nothing deep going on. There's nothing scary about it. You know, the CG is really rough in most of the spots on Freddy versus Jason. But I guess I just don't really take it very seriously. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like a lark, you know, just watch it for fun. Yeah, fun popcorn movie, exactly. Freddy versus Jason isn't, but for what does a good, let's see here. What are you saying it isn't, Ashton? Not great, but you still put it in stupendous because it's fun. I gotcha. Freddy versus Jason is so much fun to watch. I love the cornfield scene and the kills are great. There are a lot of kills. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you like what Ronnie Yu did with like Bride of Chucky, you're going to have a really fun time with what he does in Freddy versus Jason. Yeah. Yeah, kind of feels a little bit more like a Freddy movie for a lot of the times, but it belongs both, you know, or belongs in both for sure. Freddy versus Jason is fun, but they kill off the two best human characters early in the movie, the chick from Ginger Snaps and that blonde dude. The main chick and dude suck. Blonde dude. Who's the blonde dude? Or are you talking about Will's friend from Weston Hills or whatever? Yeah, that kid's a really good actor. Yeah, and the chick from Ginger Snaps, she's really good. I like Ginger Snaps. I just watched that for the very first time a couple weeks ago. Robert Stole the Show in FVJ. He's really good in that one. Yeah. What's happening, Blu-ray? We just wrapped up our live audience ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise. How about it? More of an action movie than a horror. Yeah, I mean, it's like there to sell like the soundtrack and pretty people and yeah, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely, Paula. Love to all the mods there. Love our group of moderators. And there we go. Okay, so it looks like you guys have all kind of said your piece there about Freddy versus Jason. Let's take a look at the ranking here. So, guys, the very number one pick in the audience's heart is Jason Lives, Friday the 13th, Part 6. That is the highest rated movie here out of all the voting in my special boy. Then next up, we've got Friday the 13th, Part 2. Closing out the top three, we've got the final chapter, and the very last movie that made it all the way up to the tippy top of my special boy is Friday the 13th from 2009. So those four movies represent 33% of the franchise. And there you go. That's our very top category. Next up in the stupendous category, 25% of the franchise, we've got Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. The original Friday the 13th from 1980, and Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. So that's closing out the, that's the tops, or that's the, top 7. So a little bit more than half of the franchise is in the top 2 categories. So Friday the 13th is looking very beloved by you guys. And in the middle category here, look at what you did to him. We have 17% of the movies with Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, and Freddy versus Jason. And then in the lone entry in the Super Bowl of self-abuse. God, I love that line. I love that line so much. The lone entry in Super Bowl of self-abuse, just 8% of the franchise, is Jason X. Jason X barely made it out of Dead Fuck, which closes out our ranking with 17%. We've got Jason Goes to Hell and Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, are both the Dead Fuck movies of the franchise. And there it is, 12 movies ranked by you, the audience. I did not tip my, put my finger on the scale for any one of these. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for participating in the live Tiermaker audience ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise. You guys are so friggin' cool. Thank you for spending some time with me here on a Friday evening. I know it's really busy. A whole bunch of people are streaming. A whole bunch of people who are better looking than me, who don't have the technical issues and have to restart their rankings, and a whole bunch of people that probably have better looking backgrounds and all that fun stuff. So the fact that you guys are kicking it with me on a Friday night, I really do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see here. I just want to make sure there's nothing else to close out on the YouTube side of everything. You guys are great. If you're watching after the fact, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out the ranking here. I'm sorry that you weren't able to participate live, but jump on into the comments down below and let me know where you would rank each film in the franchise. I'd love to see how you guys rank these. And of course, any thoughts that you've got on these films as well, feel free to jump on in and let me know. Leo says, come on, guys. Jason Takes Manhattan is fun and Megan is underrated. Jason X is easily the weakest. I think it's the weakest too. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Leo. I would put Jason Goes to Hell and Takes Manhattan above Jason X for sure. Every time I watch Jason X, it's not like I'm not like hating life. I'm just like, man, this is like a direct to TV, like sci-fi original, kind of movie. Thank you so much for joining us, Ashton. Yeah, guys, here in about 40 minutes, we're going to jump on over to the Discord server and we are going to watch the brand new Shudder film, VHS Halloween. So jump on in and hang out with us over on the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Thank you so much, Gene. Really appreciate you. I'm just being silly. I know I need to be nicer to myself. But Jamie, when you're in the middle of it and everything is like crashing and I'm the only one, right? I'm a solo YouTuber. I don't have that, like some people have that cohort with them. And it's so much easier to deal with the bumps in the road when you've got somebody else that can kind of like talk to the audience while you fix things or whatever. I get in this whole like, oh no, you can't have dead air, but you've got to like think on your feet. And it's been a stressful week, so I'm just trying to keep it all together, man. Thank you so much for that, Paula. Really appreciate you, and hopefully you show up for the next group of rankings we have. We have 3 more planned for the rest of the month, guys. I appreciate that, Shoddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, the background is okay. It was so much better at my old place. I really miss it, but I had to get out of that situation. So we're making do with what we got, and I think it's pretty all right. Thank you so much, Chester. Really appreciate you, bud. I'm glad you were able to join us as well, Jay. Hopefully you were able to vote there also. Thank you for chilling with us, Leanna Bevy Rage. Hopefully we see you in the Discord stream here in just a little bit. It's going to be 10 p.m. over there, Jay. So 10 p.m. on Discord. We'll be watching VHS. Yeah, it's nice to have someone to banter with. However, I'm sure you guys can tell I do a lot. I can just blah, 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 blah. So I get it. I get why no one wants to be my teammate on this crazy thing called YouTube. Shoddy's going to be there. Heck yeah. I'd rather be in no other chat, says J Beach. Yeah, guys, it's really fun over on the Discord for sure. Thank you so much for joining us, Frank. Hey, Frank, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the stream, but I'm doing a marathon stream at the end of the month. I reached out to Darren through Insta. Hopefully you guys can join us. If not, maybe I could at least get one of you on the stream. I'd love to do that. We're going to be raising some money for a local food bank here. So not to just, drop it publicly, but I am going to drop it publicly because I guess I could just reach out to you on socials, but I don't know, just because I have you in here. Hopefully your legs aren't numb anymore. God, hopefully you weren't on the toilet this entire time. That is not good for your body. So don't do that, Frank. Don't do that. But thank you so much for joining us, man. Really appreciate you. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, situate myself, hop on over to Discord and watch the movie. But you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for kicking it with me over here for the Tiermaker live audience ranking of the Friday the 13th franchise. You guys are unbelievable. If you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you hit it on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. guys, hit the notification bell because I'm going to be dropping stuff like crazy during spooky season. You're not going to want to miss any of it or any of the lives and all that kind of fun stuff. So make sure the notification bell is hit. You won't miss a darn thing. And I will be back. Let's see here. It's going to be Sunday or Monday for the members. But we should be having Hit the Bricks come back on Monday evening. But if you guys don't see me in between now and then I'm going to be jumping back on Wednesday evening for Late Night with the Davey, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to rank this. We're going to do this whole thing all over again with the Halloween franchise. I'm really looking forward to that one. But I'm not looking forward to Shoddy talking a bunch of shoddy shit in the chat because I know he's going to have a field day and we're just going to have to deal with it. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me this time around. Thank you so much to everyone that joined us on this live stream. Thank you to everyone that's watching after the fact. You are awesome. Really appreciate the Patreon members, the YouTube channel members, and of course our incredible group of Death Squad mods. I love all of you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and an awesome weekend. And for those of you that I'm not going to see later on Discord, I'll just give it to you now. Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.